remain this whiskey one. Shit's hit the fan, we're overrun. Sending boys in the trucks with the 50 cals. Tell every swinging neck, bring extra rounds. Hang in now, boys, we're on our way. Don't send them all to heaven before we get a taste. Whoa, cry havoc, let's slip the doors away. What you gonna do?
And happy Sunday to you folks. Welcome back to the Double S. We are back. Hey man, sorry about last week, me going MIA there. I was whooped. I was whooped big time after that weekend at the PBKS and got home looking around and thought, no, this isn't going to work. It's already a shit show as it is. It would have been really bad if I'd have tried to put something together on that. So we're back now. We got a couple weeks worth of some cool, amazing events. It's been a whirlwind, but it's been phenomenal these past 2 weeks. Exceeded all expectations and really excited about the future and what's coming. Hey, tonight we got some special guests. Of course, we got our man down south here in New Mexico, Mr. Anthony Barrera's on hand. He's going to be joining us here. And we got Brother Stoney coming back to the show again. It's been a while since we've had him on there. You know, I say this a lot, and maybe I need to stop saying it a lot, but it's the truth, and I feel in my heart I want to say it. I'm surrounded by some of the most incredible, awesome human beings that a guy can be surrounded with. And when you're around good people that make you want to be better, it just drives you, dude. And that's exactly what I have formed on the TPO team around me. I have some of the best human beings that God has created. And we keep close because I want that in my life, right? And I want that for the TPO. I want that for the people we serve. And that's, Stoney's been here from the get-go, man. When we first started putting the team together with people outside of the state, Stoney and I had a chance to fish in the All-American Series together. And I knew after one dinner outing with this dude, I was like, this guy might be related to me, man. He's just as daffy as I am. And but on top of that, above all things, he's got a huge heart about him. We got some cool stuff we're going to announce with that. Dude, a lot of stuff coming up here. But before I get into paying the bills and doing everything else, I want to go ahead and just bring these jokers in, man. Let's go ahead and get them in the studio here. And that way they can join in while we pay the bills. And I know give me crap, which is always a good thing. From New Mexico, tournament director of the New Mexico Bass Nation Kayak. And now, very proud to say, a personal friend of mine, Mr. Anthony Barrera. What's up, dog? How you doing?
I'm tired.
We have seen a lot of each other in the past 2 weeks, dude. It's been busy down there.
It's been busy, but fun.
Yeah, it was. 100%.
Yeah.
And the joker I was talking about, this crazy SOB that runs around this country with his kayak chasing fish all over the place, Mr. Stoney Floyd. Big money, big show, Stoney Floyd. What's up, buddy?
What's up, brother?
How you doing, man?
You made me a mess, so.
We'll talk about that here shortly. Don't you worry none.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Hey, fellas, I just wanted to bring you in so you didn't have to sit in the green room and listen to me there. You can listen to me here and make fun of me if you want. But we're going to pay the bills. We're going to talk about a couple things first before we get into the Double S. There is one small somber note, but it's this. We need to bring this up. Speaking of our family and friends, our brother Jimmy Burgess and his family have suffered a loss in their family today or yesterday. And if any of you know him, you know the loss. It was his service dog Riley, but she was the face of an organization. She was a confidant to Jimmy and his family. I've had the pleasure and honor of meeting Riley several times. She was absolutely one of the sweetest souls and one of the most professional little souls you'll ever meet, man. She was an amazing family member. And Jimmy, if you hear us, brother, we love you, man. You guys stick together in family. Put your faith where it needs to be. There is a plan. She's in good hands right now, brother. And You will come out the other end of this thing. But our hearts are with you. Our prayers are with the entire Burgess family and all Heartland Canine for Vets. All right, let's see here. Here's a challenge. Hey, Stoney, I got a little something coming in from the background there, like a TV.
I'm watching basketball, bro.
All right, well, turn that shit down. Just watch it.
There it's down.
Don't need to listen to it.
Oh, you women are thumping it.
Oh, you. Okay, I thought you were calling me. Oh, you a woman, and
No, you're a bruncher.
I'm a bruncher. We'll get into that later. Hey, folks, we got one challenge for you here. Isolation. That's the thing we're trying to wipe out, right? So I got a challenge for you, whether you're vet, first responder, civilian, doesn't matter. Reach out to somebody this week, somebody you haven't talked to in a while. That's my challenge for you. Go down your list. Think about somebody. Send them a text. Make it a phone call. Make it a Facebook message. Something. And truly take 10 minutes and just see how they're doing. See what they've been up to. See what work's like. See what family's like. What are they doing for Easter coming up? Try that, okay? Just do one person. If we all do that stuff, this is that challenge. Just say it's called a buddy check for you civilians out there. It's a buddy check. Check on your buddies, especially somebody you haven't talked to in quite a while. Let's wipe out isolation, man. That's the number one thing. Don't let people isolate. Don't let that stuff happen. It's a bad deal. Sometimes a little time alone's okay. It's what you need to get yourself right. But when it becomes dominating your day, that's when bad things happen. So there it is. All right, all the serious stuff's out of the way. Almost. We'll talk about one thing here, see if we can make Stoney cry a little bit later. But for now, let's talk fishing, dude. So here we were. And I'm going to I normally pay the bills before I get going, but I'm going to be paying the bills as we go through this show because I'm an idiot. And watching Anthony do things the right way like a professional tournament director helped show me all the shit I missed in the process and I need to improve upon for the next event here. So having that stuff is super good. Hey, looky there. We got Christopher Klein who was fishing with us. Dead on baits, right?
Dead on baits.
Dead on baits. Mr. Klein, how are you? Look at there. Look at that. How are you, Mr. Klein? Appreciate you showing up here. Let's see. What do we got here? We got this gentleman here, Irish Hokey Fool. What's up? Tuning in for the first time. Good meeting y'all. I don't know who this is from YouTube, but thank you for joining. I'm glad. I was happy to meet you.
Irish Okie from that's Irish.
Oh, that was dude. I think that I sat at the table with from Oklahoma. Sean, I think was his name. If memory serves, I suck at names, but yeah, I think I met dude at the awards there. 31 people for this event. Sean from Oklahoma. It is. There we go. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you tuning in, brother. Look at that. We're going international, dude. We're in Oklahoma now. Although he's in New Mexico, but he's got family in Oklahoma. So
was that Hussar that chimed in?
Yes, Hussar jumped in here. It's Taco Floyd.
Yeah, right on. Who doesn't love a good taco?
Right. And, of course, our brother Joe setting the standard for exit. He does do that. And I'm the example of what happens when you fall asleep in class and don't pay attention, right? I mean, that's kind of the way that went down. But that's all right. Hey, appreciate everybody tuning in here so far. We had our first event at the PBKS. This is our first gathering, and we looked around all the borderland areas, and we thought, head south, dude. It's March. Let's get south. It's good weather down there. And oh my goodness, did the Lord provide a perfect window of weather, amazing. And then the support coming in from Mr. Barrera and the entire New Mexico kayak group that got behind us. Even if they couldn't make it, they were liking, they were following, they were supporting, they were commenting, dude. They just boosted us up. We had 23 people sign up for this event, which we were going into this going, dude, if we can get 2 guys, we'll be pretty happy with that, right? We'll bring about 5 guys down. And then if we can get a couple guys, we'll make it a fun weekend. We're not trying to be the next, Hobie Kayak Series or anything. We're just out here to get together and have a good time. And, dude, 23 people sign up. I think 1 couldn't make it.
Yeah.
And then And that was a last minute thing. And of that, 17 of those used our coupon. Should be 18 because I know one vet actually did pay and he shouldn't have paid. I tried to give it back to him and he didn't. He ran away like a schoolgirl, if you're hearing me. But anyway, yeah, like 18 vet first responders that we made contact with for that event. You know, Anthony, before I start asking questions of you about this, there's something that your event this weekend helped me put words to what I've been missing. When we first got into competitive fishing, this is what the draw was. And then somewhere along the way, we let something else step in the way of that and kind of do a paradigm shift, you know. And what I mean is this. It was the experience that we fall in love with. The tournament happened to be involved in it.
Nah.
And then somewhere along the way, the tournament became the number one and the experience became the number two. And to me, that's what was stealing my love. Because it was the experience that we fell in love with. You guys do things right down there, bro. I went down there and, brother, I drove the struggle bus on tournament day. And after the third break off, I sat down in my kayak, I looked up in the air, and I literally said the words out loud, "Really, boss? Is this how we need to do it today? I mean, any chance I might be, able to get one of these in the boat? That'd be cool." I didn't realize I had to work like this, and have a day like this. But whatever your plan is, I'm in, I guess. And it didn't throttle me, dude. Normally, I would have left that tournament all grumble-assed and, broke up because I didn't fish clean at all. Couple fish come unpinned. Breaking off 3 fish. I got 5, 6, 7. I got 8 bites all day, and I only boated 2 of them. And normally that would have ruined my weekend, but it didn't. It didn't at all. You guys put the experience, and then the tournament happens to go on with that. And what's awesome is you got some damn flat ass hammers in your group too of anglers. And that's what's even more super cool is that even your hammers in there aren't so in their own head over this stuff. They're relaxing about it, and here, have another steak. Here, have a hot dog. And we sit around and shoot the shit at night. So when Ramey was first building that stuff, was that part of the whole deal? Like, let's maintain this and make sure we have a good time with this? Or was that just kind of something natural for you guys?
I think Matt kind of brought that in. Everybody would get together, and since I've been part of it, that's the way it's always been. So we've always wanted to maintain that, and why we stay on the beach together. It's just fun and hanging out and being around each other.
Hell yeah. There's Bricklin right there. That's his YouTube channel there. He likes that flag. Hell yeah. Brick, Stoney wants one of those, but he's a civvy like me. We don't qualify. So what do a pair of civvies got to do to commission, something like that from you, dog? I mean, you probably can't tell us what we got to do on air, but let's talk about that, right? Maybe there's some negotiating. Brother Jason out of Missouri, how are you, dog? Appreciate you tuning in. We got everybody. We got the whole crew in here tonight. This is awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Well, cool, man, because that's, when Stoney and I first met, it was at an All-American, and that's what the All-American was to me, man. It was a gathering of just some like-minded dudes, guys and gals, and it didn't matter if you knew each other or not. If you found you fishing in the All-American? Cool, boom. You just started talking,
Yep.
right? And, dude, we were battling for some serious cash on that thing. That was a 2-day event. It was a national thing, through the entire Midwest, but Josh ran a great show with that, and the people they got it. Yeah, I'm not a big a fan of the over gotta get in your own head type thing. It's like, hey, cool, man, if that's what you want to turn this into, I feel sorry for you, but you go ahead, because I think you're missing out on a lot of cool memories otherwise. And when it's game time, it's game time. Let's go, right? Yep. I mean, you were playing, you got me. That really, he's behind me, Stoney, in our PBKS event, and I hear him yelling halfway down the canyon. He's over there, woo, woo. He comes by a little bit later. I'm like, what'd you do there, buddy? Did you get something? He's like, oh, yeah, I got my 5th fish. And I'm like, oh, your 5th fish, huh? And I'm thinking, you card poker playing mother effer. Yeah, it was a 19-inch hammer, like football, that he hit behind me there. Took big bass on the thing. So, I mean, the games are still afoot. You know what I mean? But it's a different world, man. And that's what we had. Going back to this PBKS. What was the overall expectation when you heard what we were trying to do there, Anthony? And shoot me straight, man. We were just kind of, because this will help us grow. What were you guys' thoughts about what we were trying to do?
Exactly what you were talking about earlier. Getting people together, getting vets together, getting them out from isolation and talking. And that's one of the things I really appreciated when we were just sitting around. Everybody was telling stories and just being around each other. With like-minded people and connecting and not being isolated. And,
that's good.
Hey, we're all in this together. And that was I think the biggest draw for everyone was to go out and have fun.
I love it.
I think that's why we had so many people turn out.
Yeah. Dude, I love that because that was exactly what we set out to. We wanted to make sure we were communicating clearly on it. When we were putting this thing together. And that's what we're about to go do May 30th in Kansas at Milford Lake. We're going to go do the same thing there. We're going to try. You guys, I'm just putting everybody on notice. You guys set the bar high, brother. That was an amazing deal. And, the bottom line is what we're hoping to do is work with the club. We'll boost the club as much as we can, help the local clubs around these borderland states along with our local, because we got now an event for CKB that we're going to partner with them on. And so, yeah, dude, we're looking just to work together out there and just bring this community, tighter together. We're not going to take any business from anybody. That's not what we're here for. We're here just another option to go burn up some hot dogs, dude, and hang out and go fishing. Hey, I mean, can't beat that. Yeah.
Hey, not to take away from any of the TDs or any of the series or any of that stuff, but man, these tournaments are what you make them. And if you go into it, and all you're worried about is winning or cashing a check or whatever it is you're worried about, and not the camaraderie and the tacos and the bush lights and the sitting on the decks and that's what it's about. I'm 51 years old. I'm not making a living fishing.
Amen, brother.
But I am having a blast, and I'm meeting absolutely some of the greatest people I've ever met in my life. Unfortunately, you're one of them, and and that's what it's about, dude. I've lost several great friends to depression and drugs and suicide and all that chaos that we live with every day. And I've replaced them all with better people and not to replace them, but they filled those voids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what it's about, man.
Dude, it so is, but it takes us some time to realize that. And make no mistake, don't be sleeping out there thinking that somehow this dampens or lessens your competitive edge. It most certainly does not. Matter of fact, it kind of ramps it up and makes you even more dangerous because you kill him with a smile, baby. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Make no mistake. I want to take your damn money, Jack, every time I go out.
Mistakes, and I knew he was going to come in. Him and Robert. They both. We were all sitting around eating, laughing, having a good time. And man, they hammered it. But I tell you what about those guys, they will be just as happy, if not happier, if you won than them winning.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Ross was so thrilled that I was able to win this. And he's like, oh man, I'm glad one of us got it. And he was just so supportive. It was awesome. Same thing with Robert. Robert has always been there. He was like, man, I'm glad you got that. And I was happy to see Robert win and Ross win.
Yep.
And Noah and everybody. So
Dude, and that's the point, is when you can celebrate in other people's victories, you're being a true, honest friend at that point. Welcome to adulthood, right? And being a good human being. If somebody else succeeding dampens your day, dude, that's not a them problem. That's a you problem at that point. It's like you're letting them control way too much of you. And if you really are wishing bad things upon people, then maybe you should hang out with different people. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm thinking. Maybe that's not the kind of people you need to be hanging around. Hey, we got some great comments coming here. I want to highlight some of these here. Irish Okie here. I'll get my camping stuff from home next one, and he wants to come out. Yes, dude, come on down. I met this guy at the awards, man, and we sat around chatting. Victor came over. We were sitting around talking about just the area. He's new to the area, and so he and his family are moving in and such. But he came and fished with us, drove in the same day, and then was driving home, like 3-hour run. I was like, dude, you got up at like 2 a.m. to get there to fish with us, and now you're still driving home.
He's an Okie. He's tough.
Yeah, exactly. For through. And then Chris was talking about, we're super competitive, but love helping others. Heard there's a youth angler. Yes, dude. I saw this happen. Terry did this. Robert did this. Chris did this. We had 3 youth anglers fishing with us, under 18, in the field. And the way you guys got around them, number one, without prompt, the entire club, when they heard that there were 3 youth anglers, huge freaking applause. Welcoming these young men, these young guns into the new, into the club. How super cool is that? Making them feel welcome like that. And they were all some really well-mannered young men too. That was, of course, Jonathan and the other 2 guys over there. Just some super cool young men, man. It was proud to see them getting into fishing like that. And yeah, that's I watched all you guys. There were several guys. If I would have had actually extra baits along, but I was running pretty damn thin. I have not gone crazy at Tackle Warehouse like I normally do each season here. We got the TPO lined up, and then it's over. I'm like, shit, I'm almost out of drop shot hooks myself.
You need to come visit Stony Warehouse.
I know, right? You have like constant stuff, but I always wonder, it's like you didn't like it, so that's why you're giving it to me.
Well, somebody will love it.
Might as well be you.
And I just switched rod companies, so I'm going to have a whole bunch of rod and reels available.
What?
Yeah, so we're going to have to hook some people up.
Yeah, we do. Like, your buddy Gene might want to talk with you, because I'm running on like 12, 14-year-old rods and shit that I've got. And yes, let's talk off air here. That's some big news that's going to be coming, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got Mike sitting here. Yeah, TD is a tough gig. It is, bro. It's I got a year working behind. I wasn't a TD, but I was like working some of the events with Josh Booth, which is arguably one of the best in the game. And yeah, learned a lot from him, and then working alongside guys like Anthony, seeing Matt and James Strawbridge up here. It's not easy doing what these guys do. And it is cool to know that you're putting stuff together for them for sure. What's he here? I prefer to get my butt kicked with my own baits. I love that. He was handing them out. Yeah, why not? And love the youth at Last Club had issues with that last year. Yeah, not and that's you see that across the industry, right? We see some stuff here and there, and it's not to harp on the negative, but it's what I love doing is when you find something cool like this, just boost it, man. Get involved with it. So PBKS, we show up. I'm telling you, folks, from literally the first morning. Actually, first guy we meet was Robert. We're at the ramp. We're just driving around checking stuff. I got Dan in the truck with me, and I got Brick in the truck with me. We're hauling our trailer around, just looking at possible areas to launch. We see Robert. He comes by. We roll windows down, start talking like we've known each other for years. As we're pulling away, Brick's like, dude, that is so cool to see down here. I miss that part where you can just sit there and, start breaking bread with somebody out of nowhere. And I'm like, yeah, this could be this group that we're running into. This could be a lot of fun. And then, dude, the first morning we had some breakfast there. And yeah, introduction, leave it to Jay to make a solid introduction to guys he doesn't know.
Question.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, folks. It wasn't it wasn't one for repeat. You got to be here just to experience it. Yeah, breakfast. We go out, we practice for the day, we test everything out. Then we have dinner Friday night. 8, 9 people on hand. I was the only, no, I was 2 civilians. I thought Robert was a vet, but he's not. So Robert and I were the only 2 civilians there. Everybody else was vets. And dude, you guys, just the stories you started sharing, of course, Uncle Billy,
Uncle Billy.
who will remain now forever lodged in our brains here. Uncle Billy, from that 70s, 80s generation, bringing that stuff in, dude. It was just immediate bonding, and God, my gut hurt by the end of that night just from laughing so much with you guys. That type of gathering. What's that do for you guys, and from the veteran side?
It's awesome. It brings back that camaraderie that we were used to. I'm fortunate to be working with people that we are really tight group. But I know I've been in other positions where it's not like that, and you miss that camaraderie, that connection, and being able to harass each other, give each other a hard time, and know that 10 seconds later they got your 6.
Yep.
Yep. And that's what it was about. So it was great being with everybody and being able to share stories and connect.
That connection and loyalty is what I talk about is missing in the civilian world.
Yep.
When I find civvies like Stoney here, he and I could tell he was cut from the right cloth, because loyalty means everything to me, and friendship. I hope he knows that we give each other a hard time, but I don't even need details. If Stoney were to call me and say, "Dude, I need you here. I'm on the way," I'll get details on the way there. You know what I mean? We're good. Because I know his heart, I know where he's at, and he's what I say this a lot. He's my people, and I don't run into my people too damn often out here. So
Not
when
at brunch.
not at brunch, nope, I ain't gonna get them there. I say this to my wife a lot when I walk around out in the community, is that I just sometimes I don't feel like I'm around my my group, and that's a hard thing to deal with on the daily, but. There's a few of them in there, right? I run across a couple here and there, but there's not a lot. We don't have a real small town feel out here. Big metro, right? That's what we have, the metro area. Everybody's busy and they got their blinders on, going about their day to day. That's what's happening out here. But that loyalty piece, that was, yeah, it's a funny deal, man. We set out to try to mimic that. So the event goes off. We had a bunch of prizes. One of the things I failed on horribly was something you did yesterday fantastically, Anthony, and that was getting a picture of people with the prizes that we handed out. Folks, we handed out fishing line from Vicious Fishing. We handed out amazing lures, custom lures from Veteran Cranks. The people love those, from Charles Moore. A Kistler rod and reel magnesium series, dude. That thing got me so jealous when Trey sent those to me here. I went when they had a great coupon offer and bought me a couple just for myself, a couple reels. I don't have the rods yet. I'll work on that, but my budget's pretty damn tight on the personal side, so we working on it. Yeah, I do too, apparently. But yeah, man. That whole piece, Kistler gave out Survival Frog. Oh my gosh. They gave us so many things, and we have enough of those things to go around for all 5 events that we're going to have. Cool camping and survival gear stuff that we tried to go down the list and pick out some cool things that we thought people would like. Those Tesla lighters are actually, dude, I've been using the hell out of mine that I got. They had a sale on them, so I bought one for myself. They're great for melting paracord without like totally lighting the thing into a candle wick. You can just melt the thing perfectly with it. Yeah, it's just but Survival Frog was huge. Who Amped Outdoors gave away an awesome lithium battery that they had there. We didn't get our supply yet of Anglers in Action for Christ soft plastics, but those are coming. We'll have those on hand for the next event. So Shane has
Hey,
been
Gene, do you know Chad Fleer?
I do not know Chad Fleer. I've heard of Chad. I think I met him once at an event, but we haven't broke bread.
Buddy, he is one of the greatest dudes you'll ever meet. He owns Council Bluff Crankbaits.
Yeah.
And he paints all of my heart baits. And I guarantee if you said, hey, I'm going to have 20 people at this, he'd probably paint you 60 baits for those 20 people.
That's awesome.
He's a great guy.
That would be amazing. Now, I will say this, though. Charles Moore, that does these custom.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually one of the coolest things about this. Charles refuses to let me pay him anything for this.
Oh, Chad wouldn't charge you.
This is part of his PTSD therapy, and he'll openly tell you that is that he loves creating these things for people because it's part of his therapy to do something back for, and he loves, of course, just the
Can
art
you buy those?
aspect. I don't know if he's selling them or not. Check him out at Veteran Cranks.
Veteran Cranks?
Yeah, he.
Okay.
I met him down at Peterson Outdoor Ministries when we were down there last year. Charles was down there with us.
That.
Get to this year if you have the chance, dude. When they put it on again,
it was the weekend in between two different tournaments, and I'm like, I can't take 3 weeks in a row.
Yep,
it just didn't work, and yeah.
I had to I got in the night before we did the event, and then I went home the next day type thing. It was a super quick turn and burn for me, but one of the life-changing events I've ever been at when it comes to fishing. But yes, dude, I just want to, all of the sponsors who made this possible for us, you guys, Tourney X, Dwayne, donated the entire usage of Tourney X for the PBKS for
that
nothing.
Dude is so awesome.
He is.
That dude is so awesome.
Booth, Mr. Joshua Booth, judged all of our stuff. He's given me one heck of a deal on the thing to make it easy for us to do. And of course, above all, probably the thing that I love the most is his guidance that he's been giving me to help me learn how to do this stuff and operate these things properly from behind the scenes. Everybody, man, that chipped in as far as the sponsors go. Love you guys. You made this an amazing event. New sponsor alert, by the way, that I got figured out when we got home. Yak Attack. They're going to hook up with us and we got some coupon codes to hand out. I still got to deliver second places on that. Worth $25 at Yak Attack. Can't go wrong with that. Plus there'll be a discount code that's coming in. Eagle Claw is going to be doing the same thing. They're going to be providing a discount code for PBKS members coming in, so you can use this anytime. Get yourself hooked up. Yak Attack's going to do set up for members through this. We got our team set up, but there is a military discount of 20% through Yak Attack.
Oh.
Look, in the big scheme of things, folks, I'm telling you, 20% is substantial compared to most military discounts.
Yep.
That's a kick-ass deal. So yeah, when we're getting this, we're getting some awesome companies getting behind us. Catch, of course, is behind us as well. We have some bait or some boards of theirs that we're going to be handing out at the next events. Or
you got Dusty to donate?
Last year, actually, it was I didn't work with Dusty. I worked with Dwayne Beatty. Yeah, Dwayne helped me. We were going to do some stuff through the All-American for the next season, and then when we decided not to do that, I went back to him and said, "Hey, man, I got this little project I'm working on. Would that offer still stand? You want to do something together?" And he's like, "Hell yeah, bro, let's do this."
Nice.
And so yeah, we got some catch boards to hook up there for some folks in the future.
Dusty's a good dude too. So,
dude, it's American made. I'm behind him, right? I mean, I try to do my best to support.
I got
that.
like 8 of them in the garage. I don't know what my problem is, but.
Numbers are hard. I get it, Stoney.
One's this long, one's blue, one says USA, one says yellow, and I need a carbonite.
Yeah, it's my wife has a lot of purses too, buddy. It's it's one of those things you got to decide what am I going to accessorize today.
I got some kayaks sitting out there. I got 40 rods sitting. I got problems.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But also a lot of fishing gear too.
Jesus.
What do we have here? Irish Ugly told them I need a longer board after maxing out my 26 twice. Yeah, there's hard problems to have there, Sean. Oh my gracious.
Is he catching carp?
I was gonna say you got to quit catching them drum, dog.
Dude, the drum in Tennessee were friggin' huge.
Oh,
I bet I caught at least 20 drum that were 25 inches or bigger.
Heck yeah. That's monster. It's a different fishing down there. And Stoney, I mean, you've been traveling around. It's just because you're great in your state doesn't mean you're, this accomplished bass angler. Fish are different everywhere you go. right? Different regions of the country. They fish different. Anthony, you've fished around a little bit on the national scene too, dude. Talk to me about some of the stuff you've run into with that.
Yeah, it's helped me as a fisherman. I fished Havasu. It was super cold, clear, running water. It was tough. I've been able to fish Texas, which is totally different structure. No rocks, what I'm used to. They have hydrilla, lily pads. Totally different. So adapting to that it can be challenging, but it's fun. It changes up the way you fish and look at things, but it brings some new tools to the toolbox. And
dude, when you can string up that 50-pound braid, tell me that doesn't just like hook up a partial right there. When you can go frogging with 50 or 60-pound braid, hell yeah.
Yeah. So that's some of the stuff I don't get to do, or I've never done really. And going out to Texas, I was getting ready to learn how to punch, and Matt was helping me out with that. And I'm like, okay, here we go. But then I need a new rod for that.
Right.
New baits. I need
so begins the issue like Stoney has.
I don't have issues.
So from your point, Anthony, see, I came from that to this Highland res fishing.
Yep.
And let me tell you, dog, that hurts. Like the smallest size line I had coming in, and it was just like this weak stuff to me, was 10-pound line.
Oh.
10-pound floor was the smallest that I carried. Up here, dudes are throwing 6 and 8 pound all day long. Some guys are flirting with even smaller. And I'm like,
no way.
No. And I've just gotten to the point now where I don't care. I'm not throwing that little shit. I'm just not doing it. I'm a bass angler, dude. I'm not a trout guy. I'm not a lifting reel at my heart. I will do it.
Crappie fishing?
This is what I feel like, right? It's like, I get it. You can catch smallies like that. That's cool. Good, cool story, bro. You're not going to impress me with that. That's not why I got into fishing. I'll do it if I have to take people out guiding. But when I'm left to my own devices, nah. I want to throw something a little bigger. I want to have some fun. I want to go bass fishing,
Yeah.
Anthony, did you get to meet Collins?
No, Collins hasn't. So number one, Collins was deployed.
No, they fished Havasu.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Did you meet Matt Collins over there at Havasu?
Out there.
Gotcha. He is a finesse angler extraordinaire.
He is one of the best dudes you ever meet.
Yeah, that's what I see.
Yeah. And he's moving to Manhattan, Kansas, bro.
Yep. He'll be at Milford. We're going to be, that's going to be his home lake he's going to be breaking down. I thought that was ironic that's where we're heading. May 30th, PBKS next event's going to be down there at Milford Lake.
I'll go stay with my kids.
I don't know where in the hell we're going to camp. I'm actually thinking I might need to talk to the wife about doing a quick scout run next week. It's like 6.5, 7 hours from me. And so it's almost like the same run to Conchas, except it's down 70, through nothing. Although, wasn't a whole lot in between here and Conchas either. Dude, 10 degree, by the way. 10 degree temperature difference. Coming out, I was 92 when I hit about the area of the Elk, where you start to come up the pass, or you go up start climbing the hill. When I got to the top, right past Grandpa's ranch, up there, 82 degrees. 10 degree temperature difference. Are we closer to the volcanic core of the earth down there by Conchas Lake, or what? Why is it so much hotter down there?
It got hot. I think it got up into the 90s.
98. Yeah.
What was it?
95 or 98, something like that.
Yeah. High 90s. Yeah, it was hot.
But as you're driving in, folks, there's from when you're coming down I-25 south, Las Vegas is the last big city, and then it's 74 miles to the lake heading east. And at about mile marker 31, 32, you start diving down into the basin. You go down this windy mountain road, goat path, to get your way down to the desert floor. At which point, Hades furnace kicks on, and it's like, welcome to the desert. Wile E. Coyote's off to your right. You got every critter on the planet. Where did you guys get all the animals? It's like a hunter's paradise in New Mexico.
It is a hunter's paradise. And then did you tell the story about them almost hitting that elk on the way in?
No.
Yeah.
1 ton, 354. Jay and Joe are in this. It's evening time. They're coming down this pass I just talked about. They're towing a 360-foot fifth wheel RV behind them. It's like a double wide trailer that he's got. This monstrous deal. We're talking just shy of 30,000 pounds between the truck and RV. Okay, it's a load that he's bringing down the mountain. 3 elk standing in the road. 2 said deuces. 1 said yeet. And it got so close, they were sure they could read the expiration date on the ear tag of that elk as it went flying across in front of their hood. I can only imagine Jay in his very muscled, self trying to stand on the brake of that Ford, to slow her down to keep from whacking that thing. Dude, there was a pucker factor involved there for the two of them. Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to hit that area at night. I'm like, no, my little half ton will come apart if I strike one of these things because those are big animals. Yeah. But yeah, it's you got bear, you got orcs, you got all kinds of stuff out there. What is it? An oric? Is that the name of
Oryx?
Oric?
Yep.
Okay. That was some good eating. I'll tell you that.
Barbary sheep. We even have Persian ibex, antelope. Yeah, we have it all.
Cougar,
turkey.
Oh, we got cougars here.
Yeah, no, these are cats that we're talking about here, Stoney. not them lot lizards you're used to. Yeah, dude, it is, and hats off to New Mexico for taking care of its vets, because universally across the board, I have heard wholeheartedly that from everybody that we talk to that New Mexico does a damn good job of getting resources to their vets, man, and that's awesome. That's awesome to see.
Yeah, they get 50% off on license, which is huge help, especially nowadays. And then they just passed where vets could be at the parks for free. So,
that's amazing.
Yep.
That's so awesome to see. They could use a little infrastructure help. Some of those roads about rattled the tires clean off my truck.
So that was part of the revamp that they're doing. They hadn't changed the prices for anybody in like 40 years. They were the lowest ever. They were just trying to get people to come out. And then it's just like, all right, we got to invest in our infrastructure. And then they kind of raised the prices a little bit. But then on that flip side, they also were thinking of the vets and made it a lifetime free pass for us, which was awesome.
When you register a boat in New Mexico, how many years is it good for?
I think you could do a 2-year.
It's a 2-year?
I think so.
Missouri's a 3-year. What's Kansas, Stoney? 3-year? Yeah. Hey, Colorado, do you hear that? Everybody around us understands. How much do you pay for registration of a kayak with a motor on it, Anthony?
Oh, shoot. I don't recall.
No? Stoney?
$28
for 3 years.
Yes, sir.
We're $61 for 1 year here in the state.
That's stupid.
I pay the same amount as a wakeboard does that's destroying our lakes. The wakeboard is, ripping up the bottom of these things. They pay the same fee that I pay for having a trolling motor on my kayak. Yeah.
That's silly.
We have replaced conservation with regulation in this state, and somehow we just, for 24 straight years, we keep voting it in. It blows me away.
Yeah.
Help!
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's there's a reason we go to the borderlands.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping it real, y'all. I tried to. We wanted to actually do a last minute effort of put an event down at Pueblo here, and I had a chance to speak with some CPW folks. And after about 15 minutes of complete and utter frustration for me, when the term was, I guess I'm not understanding what you're doing with your nonprofit. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make it easy because what I'm doing now is hanging up. So we're done. Thank you for your time. See you later.
Yeah.
Click. And we since then said, you know what? We're going to Norton, Kansas. That's where we're going to go. And we're going to make that a local event. CKB, let's do this.
Norton's a fun place.
It is. It's a good place to go. Yeah. Chris says 76 for 2 years, just re-registered. So that works out 30, what?
38.
38, yeah. Dude, see, that's reasonable. Holy Moses. $38 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do we, so when you were talking about yes, punching with 50-pound braid, the sound it makes when you pull it through the grass, right? You bring that fish wig up with your fish. That fish comes up and he's got a big old weedy wig wearing. Hell yes, that's the fun. And on the way home, he saw antelope, elk, jackrabbits, and muleys. He didn't see orcs though, so
Yeah,
I'm still looking for those.
when you come to the Butte, you might see him down there.
Okay, and he was on that 103. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I love there was bear signs there. I didn't see a bear, but he said he saw a bear. He saw a bear cub crossing a road down by where he was staying.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like, man, that's the wildlife is present. But there's nothing out there, to be honest with that area from Vegas over.
Uh-huh.
I just kept praying, don't break down, don't break down, don't break down, don't break down. Because if not, I'm going to have to leave my hood up so people know that I'm not some psycho killer out roaming the middle of nowhere out there. So yeah, that event was there. Let's talk New Mexico. Let's talk the event here. Your season opener, man. We fired it up. I thought it was going to be just balls out slugfest out there, but it turned out, tell me if I'm wrong, it felt like the fishing was a little harder than it was the week before.
It was harder. I had a harder time. We had a couple people that found them, but I think that was what it was. It was isolated areas. Yeah, it was fishing really, really tough.
And Conchas is kind of known for having lots of fish, maybe just not the biggest quality. So this was odd for that, yeah, right?
It was odd. Usually you'll just pull them out all day long. And I know I hyped it up and I was hoping the timing would be good, but I don't know if it was the water levels because they're unusually high.
Like 10, 15 feet higher than normal, right?
Yep, about 10, 15 feet. And then with the water temps and weather changes from cold to hot, hot to cold, I don't know if that played a factor in it. I'm not sure, but it was still fun.
Yeah.
The challenge, though, it was a challenge.
So it reminded me a lot of Pueblo, the way it was fishing. And I love the fact that people down south could hit them. People out west were hitting them. People up north were hitting them. Anywhere you go, you had a shot at it, right?
Yep.
It wasn't one area of the lake was going to win it.
No,
it was.
Let me see. Noah, he ended up winning. I believe I saw him coming from the northern side. And then I know Richard Ross and Robert were on the southern end. So we had people that were in the money from both ends of the lake. And then everybody was in between. That top 10 were somewhere in the north, somewhere in the south. So it wasn't just one spot that was going to win it for you. Everybody had a chance. Just had to be at the right place at the right time, throwing the right bait.
And to me, that's a healthy fishery when you can catch fish all the way around it and a shot at quality fish all the way around it, because guys down south hit some 18s.
Yep.
Noah hit an 8, almost 19 up north. So you got quality and you got numbers everywhere. That's a good sign for a healthy fishery at that point.
More quality fish this time than I've seen with 18s, those high 18s. Usually you have maybe one or two people that'll get something in that range. But I think we had several in the 18s.
Yeah, dude. There were lots of, and there were some good 17s, which is nothing to shake a stick at. That's a hell of a fight.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, it's good. But I was happy with our turnout.
31, right?
On for our season opener. I think you helped us out, get the word out that everybody was saying, hey, I saw the podcast. And I was like, awesome. That's really cool. And Mike at the Current Argus, he's been writing articles, helping us out. I've been trying to get better at posting on Facebook and putting it out there. So it was great. It was a great season opener to get that many people out.
Do you guys also see it though? I mean, Stoney, you and I see this from around the first, events of the year are usually some of your most attended, right? Because everybody's been in the winter deal. They want to get out. But how does this rank for normal stuff for you guys? Pretty high, even for our first tournament of the year?
Our highest, I believe. I'd have to look back at the numbers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Great to see.
So getting in that 30 range, usually we're in that 25, mid 25 range. I believe this was one of our highest events in a while. but I hope it keeps going. Our next event is in Carlsbad.
Yeah, baby.
Yep.
You got me in for that one. Talking to brother Matt down there, that sounds like some fun. I know it's going to be hard. My understanding is there's been some conditions. Bring it. I like hard fishing, especially when you can do it the way that I think I'm going to be able to do it.
Are you throwing a Ned?
Hell no! I'm not even going to bring a Ned rig with me to
And then taking
Carlsbad.
brunch?
Taking brunch. That even sounds suspect. Oh,
Carlsbad,
stunning.
California?
No, New Mexico.
I don't even know where that is.
It's in New Mexico.
Mexico.
How do you guys only have like 35 people at a tournament?
Dude, there's not a lot of folks down there. It's all desert down there with
Is
some
it?
some like cities and establishments far apart. You have to be good with driving down there to fish.
Yeah, all our lakes you're having to drive a minimum 3 hours to get to them.
Gotcha.
We don't got a lot of water, and I think that's part of it. We just don't have water, but for the size we have, I think the community's pretty good, pretty solid.
Bro.
Nice.
Your anglers down there 100%. You guys got it right. They made this old cat feel welcome from day one. I felt like I knew those cats from from way back when type thing, just sitting in there chatting. From the awards to sitting around camp. Yeah. Welcomed in. They took my money with a grin. All good.
We got to get Anthony up to Kansas.
Yes. I want to get Anthony all over the place with us, dude.
I got a yak in the garage. We'll hook him up.
You're going to be like Drew Gregory with us, Anthony.
Hey, just fly in, bro. I'll hook you up.
We got your gear, yak. We'll get you hooked up, man.
Yeah, and then I'll take you guys out to brunch.
Buddy, I'll eat the shit out of some eggs and what do they call that? Where it's like runny and weird.
Poached.
That's it. Yeah, nasty. I ain't eating that shit.
Egg snot.
Now you fly in, Betty. We'll hook you up with a place to stay, and I got a yak. I got a couple extra rods and maybe a lure or two extra. And
a lure or two.
Yeah, I tell this to everybody. Don't offer something unless you mean it, because I will take you up on it.
Buddy, you tell me when you're coming.
All right.
See, and Stoney lives in the area over there where you can just drive like 30 minutes and find water half the time. Those
Buddy,
guys in the Midwest have it way different than us.
I caught 100 inches today, 45 minutes from my house.
You suck.
Trying, and I only took 4 rods, and because I was absolutely not going to do anything but FFS.
Yep.
Because I need to practice and get better. Seeing that 20-year-old kid win the classic, I drove home from Tennessee and went, "You're a dummy. You have the tools. I bought all the stuff. I'm not using it."
Yep.
And so I said, "I'm going out and practicing." And I got a couple good lakes around here that you can fish that way. And I the wind was blowing so hard today, it was hard to fish out of a kayak forward facing sonar. And I caught 100 inches easy.
Oh,
wow, man.
And it was all day. I lost. I'm gonna say 8 pounds, and I'm gonna say that's on the light side on a jerk bait that I called Chad as soon as I lost it. And I'm like, "Buddy, I'm so sorry," because I had that picture in my head already. It was going to Facebook, and this custom painted jerk bait and this beautiful fish, and I'm like, and it jumped about 3 feet from the boat and spit it out. But no, we have a ton of Great Lakes, and going to Milford, I got 2 kids at college at K-State. We got lots of places to stay. We might have a frat house or a fraternity or something to hang out in. And
wow, we got things. We got to talk.
We got things.
We got things to do. Hell yeah!
But you're more than welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Good stuff. So PBKS, our next event's May 30th, Milford Lake. Be watching. We got some cool stuff. Stoney, can I share that logo real quick? We're not going to give details on this, but can I share the logo at least?
If you have to,
I don't have to.
you can, dude.
Okay. Folks, you want to be involved with. I want to make this announcement here. From this point forward, we were awarded a grant through the ACA, American Canoe Association, teamed up with LL Bean. They're affording the TPO a grant, substantial, about $1,500, that's to be applied to our Tier 2 programs. The PBKS, as we state every time we turn around, is an extension of our Tier 2 programs. So going forward, vets and first responders, you are fishing for free with us. We still need you to sign up through Tourney X so we can track it. But we are going to cover those costs for all vets and first responders from here on out to fish with us. And there's going to be something a little extra special we're going to do. We're not going to get into details yet because Stoney and I got to iron out some stuff to figure out how we're going to do this. But this event coming up at Milford is going to have a special tie-in with this. Mr. Billy Ray Floyd, United States Marine Corps veteran, passed away almost a year ago, last year. This is Stoney's father. As a United States Marine, holds an extra special place, as I have learned to come to love and respect the Marine Corps more and more through. And we're going to do something special in regards to that memorial for the Milford event. So we're going to add a little extra spice to the event as well. Do something to make to make everybody proud on that there, and in his honor and his name, we're going to celebrate him, tell some stories. I can't wait to hear some cool stories there, especially after some of that stuff we talked about before the show there. That's some awesome stuff. And thank you, Mr. Brian Romans. I want to throw that out because Brian is the one that brought that to my attention. And he also helped me with that logo when I was putting it together, going, hey, you're a Marine. Talk to me. Am I doing this right? Am I putting things where they need to be before I show Stoney? I want to make sure I got this right, and he helped me fine tune it, put it together. And then we used some AI to help us a little bit with that. But yeah, man, we're going to do something cool in that. So it's this Milford. You don't want to miss this on May 30th. If you can get up there, or if you just want to support the work that we're going to be doing with that, there'll be plenty of stuff that you can find at PBKS 2026. Now let's talk New Mexico. Carlsbad, baby. Actually, before we do that, Stoney, what's next on your list? You're running fish down across this country again this year. Am I correct?
Yeah, I'm going to head to Caddo.
You're doing Caddo next because you're doing the Bassmaster National Series again, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
That's your main focus, and then just sneaking in some local ones when you can?
Yeah, and I don't know how many locals I'm going to get. It's the schedule's rough this year, so.
That national game is, people don't realize just how hard and how taxing that can be for time, energy, resource. It's no joke, man, when you start doing that stuff on the national tip. But so you're going to Caddo next? When is that?
3.5 weeks, 4 weeks.
Sweet.
Yep.
What are you going to do down there? What baits you throwing? Where are you going to fish?
Man, I'm gonna throw a bunch of June bug and little fluke, and I'm gonna try not hit any of them red wasp nests and rough up any alligators, and because Mama said that the alligators mad because they ain't got no teeth brushes.
It's not mating season that time of year, is it?
I don't give a shit. Them things scare the shit out of me.
Well, dude, mating season's even worse. If you get near a harem or something, and big Jethro Gator decides he doesn't want Stoney in his turf. Right.
I'm throw a bunch of swim baits, some big swim baits that Chad painted up for me, and I don't know. I'm trying to go big or go home, and I kind of did that on day 2, and it kicked me in the you-know-what, so.
But at the end of the day, right, you get one shot at it, right? Swing for the fence. Who cares if you strike out? I mean, it doesn't. I'd rather go out swinging than go out trying to be defensive, right? Yeah,
I had a good first day down there at Championship, and had a good plan for day 2, and cold front came in, and 25-mile-an-hour sustained winds, and
You called that the day before. You called the weather. You weren't sure what it was going to happen with that.
man, it blew my spot out, buddy. But I got one bite day 2.
Ouch.
Yeah. And
And
I worked 10 times harder day 2 than I did day 1, and I got one bite.
And there is some, for those of you who have never done it, there's some extra sting when you travel a long way to go do that.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a little extra twist. That's like, son of a bitch.
I could have played it safe and cut up one of them coves and probably put a 70-inch limit up, which I knew would not get me in the money. And it didn't make that's no different to me. You know what I mean? If I'd have put up 70 and I got 35th place instead of 108th place, wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah.
So
no, I feel that, dude. I fished that way for a long, long time, and it stings because you end up at the back of the pack a lot when you fish like that. But I figure I'm not here to impress you.
Yeah.
Right. I don't need you to think that I'm a great angler. All right. That's not going to help me at all in this process. I don't really give 3 shits. You want to compare brain buckets? Let's do that. Let's talk fishing if you want to. I'm sure I can, not disappoint you there. Yeah. But at the end of the day, go for it, man. I mean, you're there I'm here to write a check. I'm not here to get a participation medal. Right? I mean, I want something out of this.
I've never had so much fun ripping a chatterbait through the grass as day 1. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
It'd be pull, 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 wham. It was so intense. And I bet I missed 100 inches of bass.
You will doing those like that, or like ripping a fluke through weeds again.
Oh, yeah.
You have to get used to just not getting them all. Because sometimes that fish gets a big old mouthful of weeds in there. Right?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was so much fun though. But those are great bodies of water. And the reason I last year went down and fished the Tennessee Nation is because, well, 2 reasons. Steve Owens is one of the greatest people on the planet, and him and Josh Booth are the 2 best TDs in the country, in my opinion. And no offense, I don't know if you're the TD of your series, but these guys put on constant over 100 angler events, and there's never issues. I mean, to do that to me is insane, because there's always going to be glitches and issues, and I mean these 2 guys put on things and they're flawless. But so I decided last year I wanted to qualify for the championship. And so I signed up for the Tennessee Bass Nation because I figured that'd give me the best deal, because Tennessee is like Missouri. They're rock lakes. You're throwing rock crawlers. You're throwing, Ned rigs or smallmouth baits. You're throwing. They're very, very, very similar lakes. And I thought that's going to give me the best chance to qualify for the championship. And then they throw in Oklahoma 10 killer, and it was nothing but bushes and homegrown, what I'm used to flipping and top water, and so I qualified that way, but I ended up qualifying both ways. But that is just a different world. It's so weird to me to go from Kansas to down there, and the difference in the anglers and the difference in their approach and the lakes being so similar.
Yeah. Yep. In that general area of the country, there is, especially when you're talking the TVA, right?
The Tennessee Bass Nation.
Or no, the Tennessee Valley, Authority, water authority down there. You start getting into that chain of river systems.
Yeah.
There's such a similar.
It's a lot like
approach.
Missouri. Yeah.
Good
and everybody
stuff.
thinks I'm from Missouri. I'm from Kansas, but
Yep.
It doesn't matter what podcast I go on. I get quoted as from Missouri, but
I did for the longest time. I thought you were there, but I mean, you're close enough. You get to,
Yeah.
you're like in the tri-state area there. You could grab multiple states if you wanted.
I have 9 annual licenses. Is that a problem?
Not for them.
9 states.
Yeah, a national license. Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
Do you rely on takemefishing.org as much as I do?
Take me fishing?
Yeah, takemefishing.org. You go
No,
there.
I've never heard of it.
Select your state. It's a nonprofit website. You select your state, and it takes you right to the fishing license location of any state. It's just a one. You don't have to go searching, looking. Yeah, takemefishing.org. It's a great little resource out
Never
there.
used it. That's cool.
Yep. I did that back in the boat days because of how many states I had to get licenses for. When
I
was
got
traveling
half
around.
mile from the lake this morning and went, man, I don't remember if I did my license this year. And so I pulled over on the gravel road and pulled my phone up. And, no, it expired a week ago.
I bought my New Mexico one the night before the tournament there, sitting there using Anthony's Starlink. I'm like, shit, I need to get my 1 day in here.
I'm like, that would have been, I'd have been so embarrassed to get a ticket. I mean, that just would have been embarrassing. But
That's a remedial act, right? If you do
Right?
this long enough, you can't be caught sleeping like that. Anthony, what's the longest you've traveled from home to do fishing there? What's how far have you gone? What'd you fish?
I'm trying to think. It might have been OHIV.
Oh wow, okay, Texas.
Oh,
Yeah, we went out to OHIV last year.
that's my bucket lake.
Yeah, we just man, I had a bad luck last year with weather. I went to OHIV; it was on my list, and weather was not cooperating. It fished really hard, and then same thing for nationals. I made it to nationals last year at Lake Fork, and I was going to practice 4 or 5 days. I think I got on the water for a day and a half because the winds were so high. Day one got canceled for the tournament. And kudos, like you said, to Steve Owens. I know that's a hard as a TD, but he was looking out for us because he knows we're crazy enough to get out there for a tournament. And he had to save us from ourselves. And got to fish Lake Fork. And then Richard Ross and I traveled up to Wyoming for the Wyoming State Championship. So,
Nice.
Anthony, I went to Fork the week after your nationals for an All-American deal, and I friggin' blanked. How's that?
It was fishing tough. It was.
I zeroed.
I you know what? I believe it.
I was sick.
It was fishing weird because Matt was telling me like, oh my God. Fortunately, I was able to catch my PB out there. I had one really good fish, and it just made that trip. It was just fun.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how you can go 4 days with nothing, catch one PB, one monster, and it's like, great trip. I'm good.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
That's about as far. But I man, that Midwest area, I've always wanted to fish that area.
Dude, I want to do a TPO team trip where we get a bunch of the vets together and get up to La Crosse. It's one of my ultimate all-time favorite fisheries that you can go to.
Dude, St. Clair. We got to get to St. Clair.
I've never been to St. Clair, and I do want to get up there.
That's on my list.
Buddy, it's a fish bowl that's 8 foot deep and as big as an ocean. It's the greatest place on the planet. I caught, so I went up there 3 or 4 years ago for the All-American, and only 9 people signed up for this tournament.
Yep.
And I didn't care because I wanted to go to the lake. And I traveled all night long. I got there. I slept an hour in the Walmart parking lot. Went pre-fished. None of the stuff that I had in my head worked. And I got some baits from Chad, and I got some Little Johns. He had painted me 3 Little Johns in this crawdad pattern. And I started throwing them, and I don't have grass here a lot, so I'm not great at fishing grass. I'm getting better, and So I'm casting as far as I can and reeling this through the grass, and it hit the grass, and you just barely pull on it. And as soon as it break free from the grass, dude, they
Pow!
just hammer it. And I'm like, this is the greatest thing on the planet. And I'm like, holy shit, if I can get 90 inches a day, I'm going to win this sucker. Well, I got 93.75 2 days in a row and got 8th place out of 9. I'm like, you got to be shitting me. I'm like, this is insane.
That
Yeah.
is insane.
Those smallies get long up there, man. They're big
Dude,
fish.
it was so much fun.
Yep. There's something about that area up there. For me, the lacrosse pull is the fact that it's big greens, big browns. You can get all kinds, and it's my kind of fishing, which is swamp fishing. Get me back where I don't need spot lock. The lily pads will hold me in place, and you're frogging, you're punching. You know, if you want to jump out a little bit and fish some rock berms, you can get out there and fish for the smallies in the rock berms. Just be ready for a fight because they're in the current, and it's going to be game on. If you're throwing your wussy ass 8-pound test line, it's gone. They will shred that line on the take. You know, no, it's you got to actually throw bass fishing gear up there, and yeah, you name it, just miles upon miles of where you can choose to go from pools 8, pool 9, pool 10. I've had a blast on when we fished that one down there a couple times. Yeah, it's just a special place up there at La Crosse. It's one of those trips that I think and I still know some people in that neck of the woods that we could get probably a pretty cool place, pretty inexpensive, and hang out for, you know, freaking 3, 4, 5 days. It'd be an awesome run.
We go to Wolf and Fox this year, I think.
Oh, I am so freaking jealous, dude. I wish I could be with you on that one. Last time I was there was in my bass boat. I ran, oh my God, how many miles did we run up the Wolf River? Went through 2 no wake zones. That's what I can tell you. You run up it and you got to shut down for like a half a mile through a no wake, and then you're back up again, 65 plus mile an hour, keep running, and then you go through another one. You got to shut down, you know, and come back up again. It's amazing up there. Great fishing. Talk to me about Carlsbad, brother. That's next event for the New Mexico Bass Nation Kayak Group, going down to Carlsbad, New Mexico. It's a road runner. So there's a lot of water in play here that you can choose from.
Yep.
Talk to us about that. What do we got?
So we wanted to get down to the southeast corner of New Mexico. We haven't fished that area. Carlsbad fishes really well. I think it's an underrated fishery. We have Brantley. Hasn't something happened there? We've been getting some word that there's been some fish that have been turning over, so not sure about that. Got to look into that. Avalon, which is just south of it, and then you have the Pecos River that flows through Carlsbad. That is eligible, so we wanted to give everybody ample space to be able to fish, and we thought it'd be fun. That's territory, and he pulls out some big ones in there,
dude.
So looking forward to that one.
Hell yeah. And dude, I couldn't believe, I actually looked at the calendar. I was like, oh snap. That's like the next major event for me. I thought I'm going to have 2 New Mexico events in before the first CKB event comes off.
Yep.
Let me pull this calendar back up here. So yeah, we're going, we got Carlsbad is coming up on April 11th.
Yep.
So the weekend after Easter. I'm actually going to I'm going to get down there if I can. I need to talk with you and figure out what the lodging looks like, because I may want to come down Wednesday if possible.
Okay.
Drive Wednesday, get set up, and then have a couple days to just go poking around. One thing I did miss, is going to new places. That's part of it I love, is just exploring around the local towns and seeing the fishery. Yep. Not so much time on the water for me as it is checking out where I want to launch, and then, you know, focusing on an area. But yeah, so it's either Wednesday, Thursday, but yeah, April 11th, we're going to have that bad boy.
They got eggs bolognese down there.
There's no brunch served in all of Carlsbad.
Gene's going to be out of store.
It's too close to Texas, baby.
Bolognese.
We're pretty much West Texas there. You ain't good. Yeah. Those are some good old boys.
got COVID, Stoney? What the hell you doing there, buddy?
Buddy, I had the flu all week.
Yep. See what happens when you're mean to
But
Gene. This is
I
what
didn't
happens.
get off the couch for 4 days. It was the most miserable I've ever felt in my life.
Ugh.
And Saturday morning about 1 o'clock, I woke up and I felt pretty good, and I went to work. And this morning I got up at 4 and went fishing. So,
Dude, I haven't been sick in probably 6 years, and I got something this year that just wiped me the hell out. First time I was like, "Yep, this is proof I'm not supposed to be out in the public. This is what happens. I get grunk. I get picked up."
Public.
The public. I don't get sick that often,
Me
hardly at
neither.
all.
Yeah.
I'm outdoors, I think, and the body stays, active. I stay healthy, but yeah, this one whooped my ass. It was rough. So yeah, man, we got Carlsbad, and then after that, what's
Anthony,
the
add me on Facebook, bro.
I'll get you.
The next one after
I
that,
mean it. Come up. We'll hook you up with a place to stay and a boat and rods and reels and all that shit. That's easy. So,
Stoney, this isn't Tinder. Let's talk fishing real quick here.
yeah, have you seen that smile?
He has a golden smile.
Buddy.
He does that when he's taking your money too. Trust me.
I've been married 30 years. That thing's pretty.
You're so icky, Stoney. So next on the fishing list after Carlsbad is Elephant Butte. That we're going to have a couple shows for that we'll talk all about those events. I want to try to help him promote the hell out of that. We're going to that one. That's going to be a big event, dude. Not only the state championship happening there, right? The qualifier.
Yep.
But there's also an event the day before that is a huge, like a benefit tournament, right?
It's a tournament to let people that don't do tournament fishing have an opportunity to come in. It's fun. Matt allows black bass and white bass. There's a lot of white bass. Last year, second place was white bass. He caught
Good shit.
5 16+ inch white bass.
That's a fun day.
Dude, you guys put 100+ anglers every year you do this.
Yeah, we get in there, and that's how I got started in tournament kayak fishing, was through that tournament. It was fun. It was just, hey, let's get out, let's fish, and then met up with all the guys, Matt and them, and it's a great way to get people introduced into tournament fishing. The rules aren't as strict. I believe Matt allows mouth open. They control. They can use live bait. It is just to appeal to the masses and get them introduced to tournament kayak.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it, dude.
Some awesome event.
And that's one of the things when we were going down through the PBKS, it's why we said, hey, you can come out in anything that floats. You want to jump in a boat, you want to do it as a team, whatever you want to do. Oh, we just lost Anthony. Hopefully his battery didn't croak on him, but he'll be back. I'll wait for him to reconnect. But yeah, that was one of the whole reasons we did that too, is just to try to get people out there to jump in, man, and have a good time together. Keep the fishing going and keep the camaraderie on it. That's going to be a hell of an event, folks. May 16th, 17th. That one's going on because the 16th is the big special event that everybody can get into. And then the 17th, the day after, is their state championship, where you're going to qualify for a shot at the New Mexico or at the Bassmaster National. So that should be pretty freaking awesome. And then a few weeks after that, they're going to Navajo Dam, and I'm going to that one too. So it's going to be a busy spring, man, before summer even gets here. But I'm going to get a vacation in there, Stoney. I'm going to Hawaii this year, buddy, with the wife.
Damn.
Yeah, look at me getting all bougie. They serve brunch there, dog.
I bet they do.
You know they do. Oh yeah. Hang on, let me pull up Facebook and see what happened. Anthony's battery croaked on him.
Somewhere over there flooding right now, isn't it?
So that's what the wife is watching very closely. Yeah, there's something going on. They've had some pretty wicked storms coming through, so we're trying to make sure. I think we're going, if memory serves, I think we're going to Maui. So
Cool.
I have to look and see. Yeah, I've been to, a few years ago we went to the Big Island with our kids, and then a couple years ago we went to what has become our favorite, which is Kauai, sleepy little island way to the north. Like most places, they roll the carpet up around 9:30, 10 o'clock, right? They shut things down. But dude, just if you love the outdoors, if you love hiking, love the agricultural scene, Kauai is just phenomenal. Super friendly people on that island, but real low key, not real big touristy type stuff.
Buddy, you give me your money, I'll be super friendly.
I don't have any money, Stoney. It's my wife. She's smart. I haven't had a paycheck in 3.5, 4 years, brother. I'm really damn good at spending it, though. Let me tell you.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a kept man. It's been a weird thing, but now I'm in it. I live it. I'm trying to fix that. We're trying to see what we can work on the side with something else, but we'll get there. We've been busy on this mission, man, trying to keep this stuff flowing.
Buddy, there is no one on the planet that would have kept this thing going as long as you have.
It's people like you, brother. It's not me. It's having an amazing team around me, dude. Because without a support, without my wife, without you guys, I would lose my mind.
99% of the people would have dropped the ball years ago. So
it's you and I both agree on this, though, dude. The dudes, the men and women that we're doing this for, too fucking important to drop the ball. I won't do it. At night, I go home. I go to bed at night, put my head on the pillow, and I keep asking the big man above, help me find the right way. How do we take care of these guys better? How do we do? What's the next steps? So, yeah, I'm as imperfect as it gets. I'm an idiot. I'm a dope on a lot of stuff, but I do know that my heart's in the right place. I'm trying to get her done the right way, brother. But that's why I surround myself with jokers like you. Anthony, what the hell happened? Did New Mexico get EMP'd? Where you at, Anthony? I'm looking. Something blew up on him. I wonder if his Starlink went down or some shit, and we lost him. Anyway, folks, follow at New Mexico Bass Nation Kayak. Go over to Facebook. Follow them there. Oh, there he is. He's coming back. Bro, did you get EMP'd? What happened? Oh, he can't hear us yet.
Hey, am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
All right.
Is that a Chihuahua?
Did you get EMP'd?
I can hear you.
Was that a Chihuahua?
Oh, it was a cat.
That was a cat?
Cat.
They got barking cats. It sounded like a bark. Or was it a meow?
It was a meow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good stuff. Now you got us. You're tuning up here. Did you lose your battery?
I did.
Yeah, EMP.
EMP.
I'm just saying. My house got hit with an EMP, except Mother Nature did the EMP. Lightning strike about probably 50 yards from the house. Freaking wiped out my router, smoked my computer, freaking wiped out 5 or 6 of these recessed LEDs in the house. It was a mess, dude. And it didn't even hit the house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Gene, you didn't share the logo.
I did so.
No, you didn't.
I did too.
Anthony, did you see the logo?
I did see the logo.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it.
You had help. He had help with it. And
remember I talked about it. Well, here it is, buddy.
I couldn't see it.
And I'm gonna be getting you a copy of this. If I can find a way to get it vector, then I will. Also, I'll give you all this that we made up, dude, so that you have it for sure. But yeah. Billy Ray Floyd, United States Marine Corps veteran.
I don't see it.
You still don't see it?
No, I see the 3 of us.
When I do this, you don't see it?
I see the 3 of us.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a sec. Let me try this.
I saw it earlier on my phone.
Huh.
Where did it go? Oh, we lost this other. So it's in your layout settings on your phone, brother. You have to look at how your screen's laid out. Yeah, we're showing it here. You must have something locked in right now.
Huh. All right.
On your screen. We're showing it. We're showing it, but so it's there. Awesome. Cool, man. So I just got done talking about the Elephant Butte. Then Navajo Dam's coming up after that. It's going to be a busy spring, dog, because I'm hitting those, and I got CKB Chatfield that fires off. I'll be going to that. That one, dude, we got a boat tournament that's going off the same day on Chatfield. Not so cool.
You say a boat tournament?
Yes.
I haven't fished a tournament that didn't have 25 boat tournaments on it.
But you're on lakes that are 65 miles long, Stoney.
Does it matter?
It does. It does, because we
Oh
fish
my
on
God.
lakes where there's like 2 places to catch fish.
Well, just go to brunch and they'll be done by the time you get back.
Right? Oh my goodness. You're like a dog with a pig ear. Now that
Yeah.
you got this whole brunch thing.
Oh, you're in trouble.
Yep. It's all right. It's all right. We were in the playoffs. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
You and your
First
mom.
time for everything.
Fucking Chiefs fans. You jumped a bandwagon pretty fast, though. I got to say that.
I'm still a Seahawks guy.
Are you? Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You can't even spell Seattle.
Buddy, I got jerseys that are older than you.
He was collecting them before he was even born, because I'm 2 years older than you, jerk. Thanks
You
for
are
reminding me. Yeah.
And you are old.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Cool. All right, Anthony. Well, listen, dude, that's going to be a good time. Carlsbad, I can't wait. We're going to head down there. Hopefully it's, whatever. It's not even humid down there. So they even, like we were saying, at the lake, 90 bajillion degrees, but that breeze coming off the lake, it was not bad.
It really wasn't that bad this weekend, and the wind wasn't as bad as if they were predicting. That kills us out here in New Mexico is the wind. Last year we had to cancel the first tournament due to wind. It'll get us in the springtime, but we were lucky and blessed to have such a great day.
Amen. Yeah, man, it was I mean, bluebird skies, I think that's also probably what made it super tough, with the smallies.
And that there wasn't even a little bit of a breeze, a strong breeze to help break up that water. It bluebird skies, no wind, man. It made it for some tough fishing.
So shout out to Corey Scott for solving this mystery. I was telling her that when I was out on the water, my phone went nuts for some reason. And I didn't pay attention to it. I'm like, whatever. Finished, kept da-da-da-da. And then about 1:30, I looked at my phone and I'm like, what are these notifications at 11:56 on my phone? I was like, there must be a spot along this wall that I could get Verizon service. And she looks at me, she goes, did you get near Anthony? And I'm like, well, yeah, we passed. She goes, he had Starlink out in the kayak. And I'm like, no. When you and I passed each other, dude, my phone connected to your Starlink automatically, and I got all my notifications, and then you left and said, dude, it died again. That is super cool, dude, that you had that out there.
It was great. There were only a couple things that came up for the tournament. Sydney, our judge, shout out to Sydney for being our judge this year. Had a couple questions. She was able to call me or send me a message, and I could get to it right away.
So cool.
And then I got a call from Terry on a safety aspect. It was awesome. Yep. He let me know, hey, my battery's acting weird. I'm going to start heading back. And I'm like, all right, thanks for letting me know. Anything you need, just give me a call. So on that safety aspect of it, it was worth it. It is well worth it.
I started looking into it there. It's a little rich for me right now on the budget, but there might be some things coming in the future where I can do. In all honesty, the 100 gigabit plan was very reasonable, I thought.
It is very reasonable. And on the way back, I checked between last weekend and this weekend, I believe we only used 37 gigs out of the 100.
Seriously.
Yeah. And we had so many people on and streaming and just, it was people making phone calls, and I'm definitely going to be having it at all our tournaments.
The unlimited plan is like $165 a month.
Is.
Little pricey for the budget, but man, I could see if you're running stuff on the constant, if you're traveling like that, having that. Hey, there's Corey. What is she? I hear she said, I tried to stay close to him just so I could have service. You got like a trail of us behind you everywhere you go.
And that's what I told everybody. I'd be like, hey, do you want to upload your photos? No, I'll do it later. I'm like, all right. You see me. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, shout out to Corey. Awesome meeting her, former law enforcement. Just another example of just the badass anglers that are down there, dude. Just great anglers, great people. Seriously, New Mexico, love you guys down there. I'm looking forward to the future. Thank you for welcoming us in. And we're gonna do. I'll gladly say this right here. Anything we can do from the podcast side of things to help New Mexico, you got us, man. We're in. Let's recap all the events this year.
That'd be great.
If you guys got special announcements, things to help with your sponsorship, we're in, dude. We're talking fishing. We got veteran family down there. That's it. This is all part of the family. So anything we can do to help you guys, you got us, man. Double S, we're on it. We'll do some stuff. And I actually would like to, at this next event, maybe start doing some interviews right there on scene that I can just post later, to the page.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we'll interview some of the folks there, and we'll try to get the juice from them, and how they found their success, all that good stuff.
And they'll tell you. That's the cool thing. These guys
Right?
are not shy about it.
Love it. Good stuff. Stoney, you're Carlsbad. That's where you're heading?
Caddo.
You coming to Carlsbad, Stoney? Is that what I heard?
Buddy. That's a long ways.
Caddo. You spelt Carlsbad wrong, dude. You're pronouncing it wrong.
How far is that from me?
I don't know. Maps. Am I gonna map for you?
20-something miles or 20-something hours.
I had my brunch menu up here. Hang on a second. I need to see if I can get over to maps.
Last year was 22 and a half hours to New York,
Oh, it's not that far.
and day 2 got canceled.
Oh,
Carlsbad, New Mexico, and we're going to get directions. Where are you at again?
Spring Hill, America.
Spring Hill, Kansas. That is, dude, walk in the park, 12 and a half hours.
oh,
Is that all it is?
Yeah.
is that it? Oh,
Yeah.
Shit, I can drive that in my sleep.
And he does most of the time.
I got Super Cruise on that truck.
Yep. You get to go all the way through Oklahoma, and then you're down into Texas, and then you cross the border into New Mexico over here.
oh, man, I'll definitely be up there if it's 12 hours.
12 and a half, yeah. That's
I'll
the
scoop
run.
you up on the way, Gene.
Hell yeah. Well, that would add a lot of hours to your run. I'll just meet you
lot.
there, brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just run right across 70 because I don't know how. Hang on, Spring Hill. I forget how close I am to Stony, but it's not that far all in all.
8 hours.
Yeah,
Oh.
probably. Spring Hill, Kansas. Directions from Brunch Central.
They don't do brunch around me.
9 hours. 9 hours because 1 hour in there I got to have brunch, and then I'll make it there.
Yeah.
About 8. Yeah. Yeah, it's a Kansas City run. We're dude, I need to get with you, Stoney, on our Mound City idea. I like that idea. That looks awesome. That could be a great season closer. Actually, not season, because we have decided, folks, we're going to announce it to you is here. First weekend in October. Be watching. We'll put the dates together. We're going to close our season out first week in October back in New Mexico where it started. But we're looks like we're going to alter the lake just a little bit. We're going to slide a little bit more to the east. And we're eyeballing Ute Reservoir right now, first weekend of October. So we're in before hunting season gets going. We can close out the tournament season there with another big hoorah. See if we can get Jay and Joe to come down there with the RV again and have ourselves a blast. Rinse and repeat, man. And that time of year, beautiful during the day, nice and cool at night. Hell yeah.
Yep. Should be good.
That was the thing at Conchas, dude. First thing in the morning, my feet got wet. Dude, it was 8 o'clock, and I'm like, I can't feel my toes. It's cold.
Yep.
It was chilly, just like the high desert, cold at night. But then when that sun come up and I heard the Roadrunner take off, freaking me up there, and he took off running. All that sun started hitting. I kicked my shoes off and let him get in that sun. I'm like, yeah, now I'm getting some blood back. So yeah, hot during the day, but nice and cool at night. Makes for great camping. Well, cool. We got all that figured out. Gentlemen, what have we not talked about? Hey, let's talk about real quick. Give me your sponsor list for New Mexico this year. You got some great sponsors backing you up. You guys did some cool handouts at the awards. Who you got for this year?
Tim Hargrove, one of our members, did all our awards. He donated those. Those are personally donated from him, which is a huge help to our club. One of our biggest sponsors, Muddy River Catfishing, Chris Flores. Shout out to Chris. He supported me last year for my national run. He's a guide here at Elephant Butte. So he donated a guided trip, which we'll be raffling that off again this year. We have Dead on Baits. Chris and I were talking, and he's going to be sponsoring us. He's going to have some coupon codes coming out for all New Mexico Bass Nation members. Huge discount on that. So we'll be on the lookout for that. And then, so that is with Dead on Baits. And then we have Untamed Sportsman. They donated all those baits that we were able to give out to the small bag, those mega baits.
Those are huge.
Huge. Huge worm with 11-aught hook in it. So
11-aught hook?
11-aught
hook.
EWG hook.
Yeah. It is a mega worm. I believe it was 11-inch worm. It's freaking awesome.
That's like 3 of yours, Stoney.
Yep. He's
maybe 4.
He's out of Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. So I believe he's out of
that's
Fort
bigger than the
Hancock.
old monster.
Yep. So yeah, we got some great sponsors. Blissful Nails. We had a nail salon.
There you go, Stoney.
Yep. There you go. Angela Ford is sponsoring Sydney Ramey for our judge. So we got her a sponsor this year.
Very cool.
That was awesome. Yeah, we have had some great sponsors this year.
The bait companies you mentioned, what kind of baits they make?
Soft plastic baits.
All of them?
Actually, Chris Klein with Dead on Baits. He'll do hand-painted baits. Does some great baits. I used them at Fork, actually. I caught my PB on one of his soft baits. Yeah, they're great guys.
Good shit.
Very cool.
They really are, and that's the thing that I just want you guys to know. New guy coming in, community. That's what I felt, dude, when I was down there. Just welcoming, and it's a community.
Yep.
Sitting around the campfire with you guys, eating up, burning up some meat.
I bet you're eating wieners.
I had
Actually,
one.
He was.
I had one, but I started in the middle. I ate it from the middle outward, Stoney.
What does that mean?
Just that I'm not going to take it the way you wanted me to take
it.
The inappropriate grumpy old man on the porch. I mean, that's freaking Floyd already. What exactly does that mean? you get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you to brunch, buddy.
All
That's
right.
what next time we fish together. That's what's
Bolognese.
Bolognese, whatever the hell that is.
That's what color my next swim bait's going to be, is bolognese.
I don't think it's a color, but whatever.
It's going to have plastic hooks on it. That way nobody gets hurt.
Yeah, Corey Stoney is a hoot. You have no idea, my dear. Oh, my goodness.
They need to be paper so they're biodegradable.
Right?
Exactly. Paper hooks.
Fucking environmentally safe.
There you go.
My first introduction to Stony Floyd, we was down in Louisiana, or maybe we were still in Arkansas. I can't remember. We were fishing Felsenthal, and I'd met Stoney at a couple of events. But we went to Felsenthal Refuge to fish the championship, and yes, it truly was just an amazing location down there. Got to get back to that. We actually have a connection there. Brick has family in that neck of the woods. We might have access to a campground there.
After that tournament, I had like 3 people reach out and go, "Why didn't you call me? I live here." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Right? Right? Never heard of it prior to going there.
Ever.
And then bang. Yeah. Dude, it's swamp country down there. It is
buddy.
just Booth and I threw buzz baits all freaking day long is all we threw back in the swamps. It was amazing. But yeah, so you guys remember a long time ago, I guess it was a long time ago, there was a meme going around on Instagram with the little kid wanting to pet the dog. Okay. So we go to this restaurant. We're like the only people in the restaurant, maybe one family off in the corner. It's a barbecue joint. 3 waitresses that I think if you combine their age together might hit 30, right? The 3 of them, the young gals. Well, the oldest of them is about 10 and a half months pregnant. She's walking around, waitress here, and she comes up, she gets us set up. They have the biggest golden lab that you have ever seen. This dude was just a horse, old fella, and he's just walking around the restaurant, right? Well, he comes up to us and sits right in front of us and just checking us out like, what's up, fellas? Stony, in the middle of this quiet, and these 3 waitresses are up at the bar. They're folding silverware and doing their stuff up there. Stony
Pet that dog.
he fires up. Can I pet that dog? These 3 girls bust out, just rolling laughing because it's like they're seeing 2 gray-haired, sidewall old white dudes sitting over here, and we bust out, fire off with this stuff. He was then the fan favorite for these waitresses the rest of the time.
We even good.
Oh, God, yeah. We ate good. They took care of us the rest of the way through, and they said, yes, you can pet that dog. In between crying, they were laughing so hard because they knew exactly what he was doing. And, yeah, we even cleaned up our own table. She was like, I got this. Like, no, honey, you just sit down there. You're ready to have a child right here in the middle of this restaurant. We'll clean up after ourselves, thanks. It was super cool down there. But, yeah, I knew that immediately. I'm like, geez, guys, this dude, we might be related somewhere. He's going to be my buddy, I can tell you.
Where did we go after that?
Bussy Break was we went down to there, and that's where I got my first chance ever to fish around gators.
If you have not fished Bussy Break, Anthony, you take, if I could spend a week there, that would be the coolest little bitty lake that I could spend a week at anywhere in the country. There's monsters in there.
Yes.
I broke off. I caught a 5.5, I think, and sorry. Sorry, I woke Mama up.
Oh,
I poked the bear.
What is wrong with you?
How much time you got?
Stoney, you cannot pet that dog, as a point of fact.
But Bussy Break, if you have a chance to ever go anywhere, it can't cost anything to stay there because, like, literally 70% of the houses have tarps on the roof.
Yeah,
it's the poorest place I've ever seen in my life.
It's rough down there.
And I've traveled a lot. And this little bitty lake, it's like you pull up and it's a gun club or something. You pay $5 so you can launch your boat, and you have to weave out through all this lane of stuff, and then there's tree row, and you can go left or right. And we made a deal that we cut our tournament a day short, so Tyler Cole, I said, I made a $20 bet with Tyler. I said, all right, well, we're not fishing the tournament no more. It's $20. All right. He beat me because I broke off.
Psh.
I was so mad, but we were fishing right next to each other the whole time. And he's catching 3 and I'm catching a 4. And he's catching a 5 and I'm catching a 2. And it was amazing.
I come around that tree line there. I come through a little opening in it, and just as I come around, I look out of the corner of my eye, about a 6.5-foot gator sitting on the log, boom, down in the water, and I just pucker factor up. Got my machete nice and handy right there. I was like, I'm gonna leave you right here next to my fishing pole. He might get me, but he's gonna be missing an eye and have a real bad headache by the time it's done.
Yeah, it's a super cool place, man.
And every cast, you got a shot at a double-digit bass. They're in that water like crazy, dude.
And And it
Like-
doesn't make any sense because they like drained that place like 8 or 9, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And redid it. But I think they put in Florida strain bass and lots of bait. And it's got tons of cover. There, I mean, there's lily pads, there's grass, there's trees, there's everything you can imagine.
Yeah.
And it's not very big.
Like a 17-inch bass is like the entry-level size fish in there. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I finally, at the very end of the day, I started throwing a frog and figured out what the frog bite was on the lily pads, and I was like, son of a bitch, this is working. And boom, we were, getting out and hauling up on the trailer, and I'm like, oh, I should have spent the day doing that.
Yeah.
But
It's a cool place.
It really is. It's 14 and a half hours from Albuquerque, by the way, Anthony. Just so you know, to get to Bussy. Yeah, it's almost straight across. It's right across the border. So it's north of Richwood, but it's right across the border of Arkansas and Louisiana there. That's what we did it's like 30 minutes from where Felsenthal was, and we just dove down there and took
And you will feel so guilty when you leave there because of the people that you meet and how poor it is.
Wow.
It's pretty hard. East Texas was a lot like that. I went driving around Lake of the Pines and unfortunately just saw some neighborhoods that had just been wiped out from poor economy stuff,
Tennessee was that way when I was down there for the championship. It was trailer park, and then there'd be some big ass house up on the hill. And it's like there was no in between.
That's the thing that bothers me is when you have that big divide between the haves and the have-nots. It's like, dude, come on. I'm not all about this. Everybody share everything. That's not. No, I don't believe that. I believe you earn what you get. But, this is also the United States of America, and I don't like looking at neighborhoods and areas that look like something out of a third world country. It's like that's not cool. There's got to be something we could figure out for something along those lines to help get people back on the feet. But yeah, man, there is some amazing water in those neck of the woods. My maps that it's on, I'm going to share it one of these days, dude. I have been all over this with marks all over this country here fishing. It's easy to forget where you've been, but when you get those memories back, it's like, oh yeah, that's it. Hopefully I'm 80-something years old remembering that where we went fishing and what we did. So, well, listen, boys, we've been going for a long time here, as I figured we would, talking fishing, but 2026 going to be an awesome ass year for the New Mexico Bass Nation Kayak Group. Going to be super cool to fish down there. You guys take a break in the summertime just because it gets Africa hot down there.
It's hot. It gets hot. Yeah, but we have a night tournament, so we can still fish.
That's right. I've never done that, and I'm half tempted, man.
I've never done it. Always wanted to, and since I'm TD this year, I put it on our schedule.
Hell yeah. Last time I went night fishing was just, sitting around a fire that was created by an old spare tire. And I was, drinking Little Kings as a teenager, and we were throwing catfish bait out and just hoping something grabbed on, Yep. Fishing interrupted our drinking every now and again. That was basically the way it worked when I went night fishing. It's been a long time.
Little Kings?
Little Kings. Don't you remember those, dude? Skunk beer extraordinaire. Little King's beer. They were in these little bottles about yay big. Yeah, as a teenager, dude, you could get like a 30-pack of those things dirt cheap.
Is that a Colorado thing or?
No, it was an Ohio thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
You get those at brunch? Or?
Try again. There's no brunch in Ohio, dude. No. We were lucky if we had one meal a day. We had to walk.
No crying in baseball.
We had to drive 12 miles or walk 12 miles, uphill, both ways. And no, I lived in the armpit of America as a kid, dude. Southeastern Ohio for a few years down there. So yeah, man, going to be an awesome season. We got this Stony. You're going to be causing trouble wherever you go, but you're also going to be bringing a lot of laughs, a lot of good stuff. Just the Bassmaster National Series this year?
Yeah, primarily.
Cool. Are we going to see you at Milford? You going to be able to make that May 30th?
I'm going to do everything I can, buddy.
Cool. We got Norton, and then we're looking to do Mound City at the end of the year. That could be a really cool event. That's a small place, so we might have to limit registration for that one. We'll see. We'll see what that park looks like.
That's where I fished today.
Is that
Yeah,
good
it's
stuff?
loaded with big bass.
Good stuff. We're hoping to bring in. Well, that's right across the border from Missouri too. So we're hoping to be able to bring in some guys from the Missouri side.
And they opened it up. Like they put a big road in through the back of it and added extra campgrounds, and they got electricity now and all kinds of craziness.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's not primitive like it used to be. So
Nice, Corey. Because she's got my back. She's helping you out. She says, Stoney, come down to Elephant Butte. The golf resort has brunch waiting for you.
who's that?
Corey Scott. She's one of the anglers in New Mexico down here. She's talking about that golf resort in Elephant Butte over there. It's got brunch waiting on you, buddy.
I don't play golf.
But he do eat brunch.
I'll eat whatever, but I don't play golf.
That's true. That's true. And Jason's going to be there for that one for sure. We'll have,
What up, Jason?
Have Jason Ginger down there. It's going to be a good one, man. We'll hopefully we can get the Burgesses up there, Misty and Jimmy, get them to come up.
That's heartbreaking, man. Whew.
It was.
I got y'all jacking with me. My fucking tears are flowing. Y'all messing with me.
You are human after all, buddy.
Shut up.
Awesome stuff. All right, boys, we're going to wrap this thing up here. We've been going for about 2 hours. Figure Stoney gets in here. We're just going to keep yapping. That's why I always tell the wife, Stoney was there, honey. Sorry it took so long, you know. Get him in there, and he just won't shut up ever.
Stoney lasts a long time.
Oh, my goodness. That creepy-ass voice made it even better. Gentlemen, thank you so very much for joining us. Folks, make sure follow along New Mexico Bass Nation. Everybody watching this, make sure to send friend requests to Stoney Floyd and just give him as much harassment as you can out there. He loves that. Follow along. His content is fantastic. You'll love it. With his adventures through the national scene, and anything else he happens to get himself involved in is always good stuff. You know our routine, man. Smash us a subscribe on that YouTube. That helps. Follow the PBKS for all the cool events we got going there. That'll be a massive help. And the sponsors that are helping us put all this stuff together, man. We couldn't do this without them. For you sponsors that are watching, we're going to do a better job. I will get better pictures on this next event here. Just know our hearts and thanks go out to you guys for making these events just phenomenal here. And I'm a slow learner, but I do learn eventually, right? So I'll get this stuff right. Boys, did we cover everything?
I think so.
Anthony, it was nice to meet you, bro.
Great to meet you. I'll send you a request.
Yeah, come on. Come to Kansas. We'll have fun.
Heck yeah.
Awesome stuff. All right, folks, you know the routine. Tight lines, be safe, take care of each other, and God bless.